I will go up to people and talk to them, and I did it in Barcelona. There were an American woman. Just because I mentioned I went on holiday again. So I did it.
So tell me again where you've gone again. And welcome back to another In Conversation With, the first In Conversation With, I think this year.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Hi, I'm Danni Shepherd.
And you are?
Method actress and mod.
Model? You know what, I keep forgetting you're not a glamour model, are you? You're more like, what kind of model are you?
An all-round model. I'll dabble at a bit of everything.
Well, we're going to get into that in a minute with all the versatility you've got.
Like a chameleon. Is it chameleon?
Chameleon?
Yeah.
Adapting?
Yeah.
I like that. But thank you so much for coming all the way to... Welcome to Runcorn.
Oh, well,
I know it's cost you an entry fee.
Yeah, it did.
Which I wish I'd known. I would have said go 50 cents.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Welcome, and I really appreciate both of you coming out today. And just disclaimer, Jack is behind the camera, making sure everything's all running smoothly. Welcome to Runcorn too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You can just hear him out, you can't see him.
A man of few words. And congratulations on your engagement.
Oh, thank you.
How long ago did this take place? When did you get engaged?
Last Friday.
Oh, so
last
that
Friday?
soon?
Yeah, it was in Portugal.
Thank God. I thought I was so rude.
No, just recently.
Oh, how did you do it?
How did you do it? Oh my God, it was so romantic. I was like,
I'll be the judge of that. Go on.
So, I was actually in the shower at the time, and he texts me going, oh, you need to come to the beach as soon as you can. And I was like, the beach? I'm like, 'cause I was looking around the apartment thinking, where is Jack? Like, where is it? So anyway, I got ready. I thought, I'm going to wear a dress or something. So I put a dress on, I walked to the beach. I saw this other guy that looked like Jack from behind, so I started walking towards him.
Oh dear.
Another guy with blue hair.
Another guy with blue hair in Portugal.
You're a trendsetter.
And he was like, no, I'm over here. I was like, oh yeah. And then we walked towards each other. And he was like, right, I need you to close your eyes. And I'm like, oh no.
You'll get a surprise.
Yeah, literally, close your eyes, you've got a surprise. So anyway, I closed my eyes, I was walking further on. I was like scared about falling. If anything, I was like, I'm gonna fall. And then like, he turned me round and he said, oh, you can open your eyes now. And he wrote a message in the sand. I think it was something like, you're my soulmate and my twin flame. I love you so much, now turn around. And there was like an X. I think it was stand here, but I was actually stood on the other side.
Or dig for treasure.
Yeah.
Should have done that. Shouldn't have made it work for it.
Well, you haven't got a trowel, have you?
No, use your hands.
It's very romantic. dig in the dirt. You'll get a prize if you just dig.
Yeah, literally. So I was like, at this point, I kind of knew something
So
like
you
this.
had no inkling before this?
No.
There was anything brewing in the background?
No. People said to me, I said, oh, Jack's got a surprise, and he keeps telling me, and people like putting a ring emoji. I'm like, no, because Jack does not want to get married. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, as far as you're
well, we didn't want to get married. So, well, not that we didn't want to, we just never thought about it.
Yeah.
So it was
Life
kind of
takes
like,
over. You're both
yeah, we just
very
never,
busy people.
it never crossed our mind, oh, let's get married, you know, like, but then I turned around at this point and he was like, oh, will you marry me? And I was like, oh my God,
oh,
like,
brilliant.
it's so cute. And there was this like Portuguese woman just sat on this rock staring the whole time. I was like, and she was laughing. I'm like, oh, does she understand what's going on? Like,
Your TikTok generation. That's not even Portuguese.
I don't know what that was like.
I don't know. She was just sat there anyway. She was observing the situation and I was like,
She is reviewing the situation. Oh, but congratulations. I'm really proud of you both. You've been together quite a few years now, haven't you?
yeah, 3 years.
3 years? 3
Yeah.
years, that's about right, isn't it?
Yeah, 3 years.
So you must be both very happy.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Well,
She puts up with me.
I put up with
Oh,
it.
you work well together. Because what I've seen online, I've seen a couple of your posts.
Yeah.
Before I stopped going online. And you both seem to gel really well together. You both got a nice balance between,
Oh, thank you.
you know, because you're a talented bloke yourself, aren't you? A musician.
He is very talented.
I'm a musician.
He's a very good musician, but he doesn't think he is. It's a bit like me with acting. I'm like, I'm not that great.
Oh, don't you bloody start.
I'm not.
You wouldn't be doing it if you weren't good at it.
Oh, I do it because I love it. If I'm good at it or not, I'm like, I love doing it, so I'm going to keep doing it and get better at it. So.
And believe me, you're coming on leaps and bounds. You really are good at what you do.
Oh, thank you.
Well, let's rewind a minute. The first time, because I've known you longer than you've known me. Because I remember when we first got together, me and Deborah Marie Molesley, and she was writing the script. And that was the one for me and her at first, and that went out.
Yeah.
And then she discovered a passion for writing.
Yeah.
And she wrote Safe from Harm, Show Real Scene.
Mm-hmm.
And then she started looking at possible actresses that fit the mould, and you stood out a mile.
Oh, really?
Yes. You can see it just by the image, just by your image alone, you can see what you've got.
Oh.
And then once the scene went out, I was like, wow, what a projection of power in your voice. And you somehow managed to project power without being intimidating, if you get me, in key roles, such as vulnerable roles. What's that called? Flower Boy again.
Oh, Flower Boy.
You're an absolute...
Yeah.
terrorising people.
Yeah.
You scared me.
Yeah, I scared myself.
So you've got that fine balance just right between vulnerability and power.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
So that's what I really wanted to say as much as anything, because I do believe when you don't pull yourself down, because what you can do as an actress is very unique.
Oh, thank you. That's really nice.
So
when people compliment me, I'm like, oh.
Well, he heard it. I said it.
he compliments me all the time. I'm like, stop it. I don't know what to do.
At some point, you've got to take that in and say, this is a genuine compliment, because, life is about exploring yourself as well as what life's got to offer, and you can't have that insecurity,
Yeah.
Life's too short. Get on with it.
It is very too short. You just don't know what's going to happen to you, so you need to just take it in its stride and just do your best.
Exactly. And I think, and we'll touch on mental health a bit later, because I know as personally I've suffered for it for a long time, and I know you have, so mainly about coping mechanisms. But firstly, I want to talk about how you got into acting in the first place, and what was that first spark of
it's a really funny story.
I can't wait to hear it. That's convenient.
There's actual video proof of this as well.
Is there?
Yes, Danni Shepherd, don't you dare let me posting about this.
I beg your pardon?
So when I was 4 years old, I used to have a major obsession with The Little Mermaid.
Oh, I
mean, everything had to be like Little Mermaid, everything. And my mum told me, and my sisters as well, that I used to stand in front. I used to put the film on over and over again in the same day. So as soon as it finished, it'd be on again. And I don't remember this because obviously I was really young.
And plus you blanked it out.
Yeah, probably. And every time like scenes come on, I'd just reenact the whole film. And my mum videoed me, and she's like, she's going to be an actress one day. She's going to be an actress. And any sort of film, like even Rocky and Bullwinkle, I don't know if anyone remembers that. Rocky and Bullwinkle.
I don't think it's in the collection though.
No. Someone bought me it like for Christmas or whatever, and I kind of became obsessed with that as I got a bit older. I used to just reenact films, and then like I actually learned accents and stuff at a really young age. Like I could just do impersonations and impressions, and I'm very self-taught. Even now to this day, I'm very self-taught with a lot of stuff because I'm just very independent.
Yeah.
Like I do a lot of research online. I've done online classes. I've been to actual acting classes, and I've just kind of built up this massive portfolio of like different characters and different ways of saying and like playing those types of roles and stuff. But I got into acting at like 3 or 4. I actually used to go to dance class and I hated it. I was like...
A dance class?
Yeah, like tap dancing. I was like, don't want to go, don't make me go. Then I kind of outgrew that a little bit as I got older, and I started doing that more in high school, like cheerleading a little bit.
So did you go to amateur dramatics, or did you go to theatre school at a young age, or was it just
I started in the first actual classes that I took was stage 84, because they were very expensive. My mum obviously had 6 children to feed. 6 children to feed, so it wasn't like I came from heaps amount of money. So as I got older, I started saving for driving lessons as well as like going to classes. But yeah, I ended up going to stage 84 for about 2 or 3 years. I won that on a scholarship through an audition. I won like a full 3 year of it.
At what age was this?
I think I was about 14.
14?
Yeah, I think I was. Yeah, I was youngish. I was still in high school.
You had no professional, like, say credit, but you hadn't approached the industry up to that point?
In school and stuff, yeah, but not like I never could afford at this point. Like when I was younger, I couldn't afford the class. It was just too much money and stuff.
Yeah. So that's a hell of an achievement then.
It is because I paid for them myself at the age of 14. I used to. I don't know what I used to do actually. I think I used to work in like a chip shop and stuff. I used to put money away all the time and like.
So that work ethic's building.
Yeah, like any spending money I got for like kind of like birthdays or like any money I got as a gift, like I used to put towards my acting.
Wow.
Even now, I still put money away. I do the odd, like if I needed to pay for something. Like,
as we all know, acting is not a cheap endeavour, is it?
No, it's not. It's really not. But it's worth it though. It's so worth it. I love doing it. I won't change it for the world. So yeah.
I'm really happy that you found this. Had this idea at such a young age that you didn't learn the superficial element of the acting world, which is I want to be famous.
No,
I want to be on X Factor.
I'm not bothered about fame. It's more about like entertaining people and doing a good job at it. Like if the fame comes, it comes. But inevitably, I'm not holding my breath.
People got cockeyed. The mainstream, I've got cockeyed. It. They believe the fame is what matters and the talent is after. But actually, it's the way around. Yeah. The talent is all that matters.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
What you're doing, why you're doing it.
I think it's very, it's back to front, isn't it? It's very, I don't know, it's kind of, I feel like if you've got quite a lot of money as well, it helps like get into bigger classes like drama school and stuff like that, and that can help you get more big roles. But like, I wouldn't do it for the fame. I'd just do it for myself. But yeah, I enjoy the industry.
That's fantastic. It's 14, you say, you got your scholarship. And...
Yeah, 14. I was about 14. I think I'd just gone 14. Yeah, because when I was 16, I started my driving lessons and stuff then. So...
Really? You've got your head on your shoulders there, haven't you?
It took me 2 years to pass, though.
How many times?
I failed first time. It was my fault, but I think it was stupid that they failed me. I was like going 40 on a 60 road and they said that was dangerous. I'm sure 40 mile per hour is a pass, right?
I'm not a driver, but I always assume that the limit of 60 is the limit.
Yeah.
And you can go anything up to that, but assuming not.
No, she said if I'd have gone 50, she'd have passed me. But yeah.
Oh, they're being pedantic.
They are really, you get some really dodgy like examiners. And like I think they have to fail so many people anyway.
Well,
so.
I'm about, no, that's a bit cynical. But I'm about to make my first steps into the driving world.
Yeah.
I'm going to start learning now. I've got some spare cash.
Yeah.
What's the one bit of advice you'd give me as a new driver?
Check your mirrors and your blind spots at all times.
So
they obsess over mirrors.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, you can get like a minor, like just be really wary of people, like, and just be. When I was doing my lessons, I actually did commentary driving, obviously, because I talk a lot. So I was talking to myself as I was driving. I was like, right, you need to take a left. I was like my own...
Right, you need to take a left.
Because I used to go like this, because I used to get my left and rights mixed up because I was really anxious and I was driving. I was like, left is that way.
I've only just learned that now.
Yeah.
I've only just learned that. It blew me mind.
I sometimes still do it because my brain's like back to front sometimes. I'm like... Take a left. What? Where? What? Oh, right, that way.
See, I'm a cyclist. I'm constantly aware of what, because...
Oh, you need to be.
I can hear something. It's like the force.
Yeah.
I can hear something. Oh, I can feel it before it comes along, you see. So in a car, it's a different beast, isn't it? You can't hear nothing apart from the Spice Girls. Oh, hang on, no. Cut that out.
I know you've said it now, it's staying in.
So you've got an agent now, haven't you?
Yes, I do.
Who's your agent?
She's called Kristen. And she works for Limelight Management, not in London, it's the one in Manchester.
Yeah.
And she's so lovely, honestly. Like, just as a person, she's just really easy to talk to.
That makes it much easier.
Because I had a chat with her on the phone, and she's already put me forward for things. Like, she's put me on, I think I'm on a list for one of the biggest casting agencies, or big casting agents in the UK in London. So that's going to be exciting. But yeah, she's really, really nice.
Oh, that's brilliant. And Spotlight, were you on that? Update me. Are you on it?
Yeah. Oh, I've been on it about 3 years now. It took me forever to get on it, though.
I know.
You do it, literally reject you for like a tiny little thing, and it's like, all right.
It's funny enough, the acting school I paid the whole term for last year is now on Spotlight.
Yeah.
It's this year. It's like, for God's sake.
Get yourself on it, it's really good.
Well, to be honest, I'm enjoying what we're doing now, which is talking to people and interviewing.
You're very good at it. Yeah. You're very, very easy to kind of like talk with. I don't know. Just feels more like a conversation than like a...
I'm not referring to any notes, you see. That's why I don't like doing that. Because I remember when I first started, I was like...
This is awkward. Awkward silence.
So you went to the... Oh, sorry. It's not... I like conversations better.
Yeah.
Because you get more out then, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
So you're going to a premiere tonight, aren't you?
Yes.
So tell us all about it. What's this film called?
This is called A Family Man, directed by VPAC Productions. So it's Velton Lishka. I can't ever pronounce it.
Oh, it's in, is it?
You need to teach me how to say your last name. It's really not difficult. I'm just stupid. But yeah, he's an amazing director. Absolutely love working with Velton. Because like the film is quite dark. Ooh. So it's got like quite...
My cup of tea then.
Well, it's got like a very dark topic, and it's set kind of in a really dark kind of way. Like
dystopian? Is it a dystopian future sort of thing?
No, it's about a family, and one of them is a paedophile. I really do want to say that. And it's kind of raises a bit of awareness for that sort of thing. But I play his stepdaughter. Yeah.
I see where this is going.
But no, it's I play Claire, the stepdaughter, and she's just kind of like a grumpy teenager, always on a phone, just typical stereotypical teenager on a phone, just being ignorant and hormonal.
When you say raise awareness, what's the awareness going to be? What's it going to say? What's it saying as a movie?
It's so dark, because obviously this guy, nobody knows, like you don't know who people are, you don't know people's true colours, you don't know people's, you think you know someone and you don't, and that's basically kind of what the film is. That's why it's called A Family Man, because he's like a typical, working family man, just like anyone you'd see every day, walking around, and you just don't think anything of it, but these people have demons, and some of them are a lot worse than others, and that's kind of like what the film is raising the awareness for. But I don't want to spoil it, so it will be coming out. Like the premiere's tonight, but it will be coming out probably shortly after.
I look forward to seeing it. And funny enough, one of the characters I'm about to play, because I'm about to start doing some bit of acting again, is a paedophile.
Really? Well, I've just been cast as one myself in.
What is going on?
It's a very, very, very dark role, but with me being a method actor, I think I could pull it off. But the thing is, with method acting, it kind of ties in with your mental health. You need to be very, very careful.
Yeah.
Because I find myself, I get so into a character that even when I'm going home and I've left the set or it's wrapped or whatever, the day's finished, I'm still feeling like that person. And I'm like, I can't pull myself out of this. I don't know what to do. Think of something funny.
That's where the answer comes in.
It's more anxiety for me. I get anxious and stuff. Like I'm like, oh my God, like I don't want to lose myself as a person playing these roles. And I think it can be, it's very easily done. And that's why a lot of actors and actresses don't do method acting.
It's like you can do it as long as you've got an anchor to back to.
You've just got to pull yourself out of it. And so what I do is, and I know it sounds really stupid, not for every character, which you'll probably notice if you ever watch any of my films, are all completely different, or I try and make them differently, but some of them are very much like me, so I don't want to change them too much, because the character's meant to be bubbly, or like a positive character, for example. But so what I do is I kind of like the day before I'm filming, or a couple of days before, I go around trying to picture myself as this person and do the dishes, or the person would pick up a glass like that. I know it's really like tiny details, but like it really does make a difference.
Oh God.
And like the way you speak, the way you look, your expressions. And sometimes I film myself as like just reading the lines.
Yeah.
I'm watching it back and I'm like, I'll do it like that. But I do it a few different ways. So
I tend to film just my face. When I'm filming something deeper, because it's all about the sort of line movements. What does that mean? What's he trying to say in his body language? It's always key, isn't it? With darker characters. Yeah, definitely.
It's just going to be really hard with the paedophile one, because you don't often hear about female.
No, you don't.
Paedophiles, or it's so dark, but it happens and people just ignore it because they think, it's a woman. She's going to do that.
The woman who's making the one I'm doing is she's trying to raise awareness for that as well, but she's not. I'm forcing my wife into it. So essentially, she's going out and finding young boys for me to film and do stuff.
It's really sad because like the character that I'll be playing she doesn't want to be like this.
So she's got in a battle.
Yeah. So like you kind of feel like when you're watching, well, when you do watch it, I haven't filmed it yet, but when we film it and stuff, it's probably going to be very hard to put myself, because this person's horrible. What she's done is horrible. You know, the things she's done are unforgivable. And
so how are you going to prepare for that sort of mindset?
I haven't thought about it yet.
Well, when you know,
I've got a show and another film before that, so I'm like, So I'm going to take it slow with it, and I'm just going to do bits of research here and there with it. But yeah, I'm gonna be looking into that very soon.
Well, when you do, let me know how it all goes, because I assume
it's
I'm going to do
short.
mine first, so I'll let you know how I.
Yeah.
But it is a deep thing, isn't it? These sorts of characters, it takes a while to wake up.
Yeah, it's a dangerous game, really.
Well, it is,
Playing
especially when
like
you're vulnerable anyway, and it's you have to be strong. This is where the training comes in.
Yeah,
where you know how to separate fact and reality and non-reality.
Yeah. Well, I'll be, because Belton Lishka. I think I said it right that time. He's a very great person to work on set with, because when we were doing A Family Man, he pulled, like, as soon as the scene was done, we'd have a laugh just to brighten the mood, because it can really affect, like, the atmosphere and environment on a film set. And sometimes that works, but with that type of thing, I think you do need to pull yourself back a bit and have a joke.
Like you say about method, it's about you sink too far in sometimes. It took me about a week and a half to get over a killer part I did once, and it was because I kept slipping back into that element of and it's involuntary, you can't stop. So even if someone did
it's all to do with brain.
It'd be like, everyone have a party and you're faking it then. Kill someone. No. It always feels like that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So are you drawn to these darker roles?
I much prefer them.
Yeah. So do you actually go out and attack auditions based on that, or do you wait for things to land on your...
I try, if a character stands out to me, or it's something I haven't played for a while, or it's something I haven't done before, I do tend to go for it.
Yeah.
Comedy is something I do want to do more of, but I'd rather kind of base my career more in the darker, kind of more serious roles.
I think that's right,
But I would love to do a comedy. I just don't think I'm very funny. Like, I laugh a lot and I'm really stupid, but I laugh at myself, so it's fine.
So comedy, like serious, is a fine art form, isn't it? It's about timing more than anything, and you've got it. You just need to get the right script, I imagine, for you.
I think because, like, naturally I'm just a jokey person. I'm very light-hearted, and I like to joke around, and I'm very positive. That's why I'm drawn to darker roles, because it's a massive contrast to me.
Definitely an offset.
So I feel like those types of characters will show my range. Whereas if I was just playing like happy-go-Danni all the time, it'd be very much like, right, yeah, she's playing herself, and I don't like that. I don't want to play myself. That's why I've got a lot of training in accents.
Yes.
So I want to play people from all over the world. I don't just want to play myself. Like, I'd happily change my hair a lot, but then I'd have to get new headshots, and it's just a pain. So that's why my hair's dark. But for a role, I would dye my hair.
I'd just polish it a bit.
Polish your head.
I'm ready.
Jack's just giggling behind the camera. He doesn't have.
You don't know how lucky you are. Hold on for dear life.
He refuses to get it cut.
Why not? I wouldn't have mine cut either. I'd be like, you're worth it. Every day walking around going, did you notice? It's my kids that did it. It's your fault. It's the kids. Because
not you. He's pointing at the camera.
The camera.
You're not his kid.
I feel bad now because I'm pointing at you and it makes me feel bad. There's no safe space in here too.
No.
But my kids, as soon as I had kids, we went. Do you like that?
Yeah.
It's like expressive dance, isn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, back to the Little Mermaid. I want to ask you a question about this, not you. That scene where Dad comes in with his big fork.
His big fork.
What's that fork? Is it trident?
Yeah.
And he's like, "What have you done?" He's got all the collections there.
That was a really great impression, by the way.
I just need a big long beard, don't
and hair.
And
hair.
And a slightly bigger chest. and fishy fin. But he comes in and he's like, he messes up all the collection, blows it all up.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
I was like, you bastard. that's priceless. And I felt so sorry for Ariel in that moment. What did you think of that scene? That's fucking awful.
Well, I was 4 years old, so I think I was crying as her, because I was acting out her part. No, what have you done?
That priceless heirloom of a comb. I hated it. I hated that scene because it's what her passion is, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I know.
I hated that. I was a soft get when I was younger.
I still am. I've got a massive, massive heart.
So fast forward to like the newer movies. What is your inspiration nowadays? What's come out recently that is floating your boat?
Well, I'm working on a show at the moment called The Full Monty. That is being shown on the 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th of November. So that's at Bradford Playhouse. That's directed by David Ayres, who's, oh my God, I could sit here all day listing all the amazing things about David Ayres. He's such a nice guy.
Are tickets available still? Or how?
Yeah, I think there's some left, yeah. Get by it.
I want to come now. It's been a while.
Well, it's about male strippers, so if you're into that, I mean...
Who doesn't like erection? I mean, who doesn't like stage plays with talented...
It's a musical, yeah. There's a lot of talented people in there that I really love working with as well, so...
Well, what got you into that? Well, it's out of left field, really, isn't it?
It's what?
It's out of left field. It's like, where did it come from?
I worked on American Idiot with them, so they needed someone to play Estelle, who was the main guy's girlfriend, and she's a bitch. So I've got to be a bitch, and I've got to do a New York accent. No, I'm not doing an impression. Saving that for the stage. I can't. I'm not confident now. I'm going to do it wrong. So I learnt a New York accent just for that role. But yeah, no, that's coming on in November, and then I'm working on a film called The Pact.
The Pact?
Yeah, okay. About 3 women who come together to basically kill their husbands. There's reasons why. It's not just I'm going to stab out.
When you say reasons why, it's probably not a reason.
No, it's not good enough. You don't kill anyone, do you? But yeah,
what's he done, this guy, to warrant such
behavior?
You
need to watch the film.
Damn it.
I aren't telling you anything.
I'm working my ass off here.
Yeah.
It's exclusive.
But that's a very kind of another darker script. But my character is a nurse, so I'm very softly spoken, kind of like a nice character out of the 3, I think. But yeah, no, that's going to be good. I played Jenny in that, so we haven't started filming yet. The first day is on the 6th of November.
And this is all before the paedophile one?
Yeah, that's in December. That's in December. At the beginning of December,
so you've really got lots coming up, haven't you? Yeah,
I've got a fair bit coming up. There's Lovers of Death that should be coming out on Amazon Prime in January, but we've just got a little bit more to film at the end. It's Amazon Prime have rules and regulations for films to go on. So if you reach their kind of criteria, they'll put you on, but they say, oh look, the film's great, but you need to change, you need to either cut it down or make it a bit longer or whatever.
Are they more flexible than Netflix?
Yeah, that's why a lot of people go to Prime, because Netflix, I think you need to be represented by quite a big company. Okay. Dimensions Productions, or what's that other one, that really famous one, Lionsgate, stuff like that. They take on. Either. Yeah, Netflix, it's a bit harder, but you have to have I think that is a completely different kind of way to get on. I don't know how films get on there personally, because I don't really know much about it, but
we're just
Prime, I think Prime, they're very picky now actually. It's getting harder to get stuff on Amazon Prime, so it's very good that Lovers of Death has made it that far.
Yeah, and it's a fantastic platform to showcase your talent as well.
Yeah, but yeah, that was great to work on. I enjoyed that. And there's A Light Through Coloured Glass. I played Lisa in that. I'm not the main part. I think it's probably called that supporting role. But yeah, that's starring Sophia Leanne Kelly, Kyle Brooks, and that's directed by Mike Clark, and he's really good. He's very, very talented. I really enjoyed working with him as well, because he's just such an easygoing guy. Jack's worked with him. He's in the film. Jack gets to touch the main actor's leg seductively.
And we're back to the full Monty. You believe in miracles.
But yeah, the premiere for that's in December as well. So I've got quite a fair bit coming up. I've got a couple of films I'm doing next year. It's just, my head's boom!
It's one after the other, isn't it? And
yeah.
How many auditions do you get through a month? Do you keep doing them, or do you put them on hold while you're doing something else?
I don't do that many unless it stands out to me, and I'm trying not to do as much unpaid stuff as well.
Yes, I get that. Yeah.
So I try to stick to stuff that I think's going to benefit me as an actor, or I'm going to get paid for.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because now I have an agent and stuff, obviously I need to be careful with how many auditions I put myself forward for, because I don't want them to clash with that. Because she's already asked me if I can do a couple of auditions, but I couldn't do them because I'm filming, so I don't want to overface myself when I've got an agent now. So I just kind of want a happy balance with everything.
Yeah, because you can overburn out, can't you? You just burn out. And like you say, scheduling conflicts happen too. And you only want to do what you can physically do.
Yeah. You know? Well, I'm really excited for one film I'm doing next year. I'm doing 2 films. I'm doing one about mental health, which is going to be really good. That's a really nice script. It's very sad, actually. It's a tearjerker, that one.
You in tearjerker? Oh, I hate watching you cry.
Why?
It has an effect on me whenever I see you cry. I mean, when we go back to that one with you and Deborah, the scene where you're crying and you're like, please don't go.
Please don't go. In that song.
Oh! It hurts.
Oh.
It promotes a reaction, and this is what I've said to you before about your acting ability and your style. You make people feel.
I really hope so. That's my aim.
You do. And it's such a great thing you've got, and you don't know how talented you are, and this is another thing, you don't appreciate how talented you are.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm not just saying that because of the camera, I'm saying it because I class you as a friend.
Oh, you're so lovely.
You know,
you're gonna make me blush. Stop it.
I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. So.
Yeah. Oh no, thank you. That really means.
And
all
I want to say is just keep going.
Yeah.
Keep doing it and keep smiling as well.
I'm trying.
The smile is infectious.
It's just on my face.
And now you talked about mental health, the film you're doing in next year. So it's a nice segue to mental health, and we've both struggled a lot in the past, and we won't go deep into it. But you obviously cope with it. You obviously have a way of balancing the life you've got with the mental health problem. Tell us how you cope and what pulls you through.
I don't. I don't cope. No, I'm joking. That was really dark. On a positive note.
No short film coming out.
Basically, I do better when I'm busy.
Yeah.
It's when I'm not doing anything that I get really depressed. But it's quite sad, really, because people think depression is caused by something that's happened, not necessarily.
There's no
Some
trigger
people
point,
actually have a chemical imbalance. Like, for me personally, I don't have... People say, what have you got to be depressed about? Blah, blah, blah. You've got all this great stuff coming up. You've got a loving partner. You know, you've got an amazing support network on the internet. Everyone works with... Oh, I'm just like, stop right there. I'm like, shut up a minute.
That could be a curse too, because you drown in that, don't you?
You kind of do, yeah. But it's, for me, I just feel like it runs heavily in my family. And I know it's a bit dark, but it does. Like, my mum suffered from it. My brothers both suffer from it. You know, it's kind of like a thing that I feel like people say you're not born with it, but I do believe you can be. Like,
yeah.
And it doesn't help when you were bullied, or, you know, if something affects it, it can just trigger it to, like, be worse. And I think with me personally, that's probably kind of a bit of what's happened with me. Because I think most people were bullied in school. Like, a big percentage of kids were bullied.
Most people have that first element, first taste of being bullied, but then it snowballs for some and not others.
Yeah. I kind of think, like, that, as well as other things, like your confidence, like having a passion for something and just wanting to be the best at it, can have a massive toll. And I think with me, that is, with me doing method acting or studying more to do it, it kind of has that domino effect. Like, I am going to be affected by this, and I know I am. Like, with this, obviously, the paedophile role that I'll be taking on, I hate saying that word.
I know, but...
What can you do? I know for a fact I'm going to really work on that and try and make it as believable as possible. But I know I'm going to have to find a way to pull myself out of that, because that's not me.
Yeah.
That is the person I'm playing, not me. I don't want to go home feeling like that. But yeah, mental health, I've been on tablets, I've been to therapists, and I think the one thing that works for me is just keeping busy and being positive about everything. Like, find a positive in a negative. It's really difficult sometimes. So, like, I feel like with social media, it's hard because you're constantly comparing yourself to everyone.
Yeah.
Even if they're not in the industry, comparing, oh, that person's so pretty and I'm not. And it's like a massive, like, thing, or that person's really skinny and I'm not. And with me doing modelling and stuff, it can
that's
affect,
even more. That's
like,
an even worse industry for
for your appearance and stuff. Yeah, it can be daunting. But you just got to find the positive. Like, that person might be stunning, but look at how much work I've done. Like,
well, we don't know. I always tend to think of it as an individual, as you don't know what they're going through. You don't know. They don't know what
everyone's
you're going through.
fighting a battle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So as long as you approach life as positively as you can
and be nice to everyone.
Exactly.
Like, there's no need to be mean to people. Like,
yeah.
And you see a lot of it, especially on Facebook. I think Facebook and Twitter are the worst two platforms for that. You get a lot of nasty comments and stuff, and you've just got to learn to just switch off from it and just think, well, that person's not relevant to me.
I've gone the complete opposite way. I've turned it off. I don't go on it much anymore.
That's probably good.
I tend to throw a grenade, which is a post, and run off, because I don't like being, because it is easy. You get submerged into the social media, and it becomes a whole thing where you go.
You can find yourself sat there thinking, I'm going to just check Facebook for 2 minutes, and you sat there for hours, and you're like, I've wasted all this time sitting on my phone when I could have been doing something. That's what I used to do, but now I've kind of like stopped myself from going on my phone as much. I'm like trying to be good at it, but
because the more connected you are to people and to the world outside, the more powerful you are.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I think. Because I believe the energy of the universe actually propels you forward as long as you open that door.
Exactly.
And you can't open any doors if you're trapped in a room going TikTok.
We both do that. I will admit, TikTok, when you're having a bad day.
What is it about TikTok that you like?
They're just funny.
I don't get it yet.
They're just really funny videos. So I'll see something and I'll just start laughing. It's instantly put me in a good mood. Because sometimes, like, when you're feeling depressed, you need something to take your mind off it. And yeah, Facebook's probably not the right thing, but TikTok, there's a lot of like bad things on there. There's a lot of nice.
Well, I think
I just watch animal videos. I'm like, oh, that dog's so cute. Share. Oh, look at that little bunny rabbit. Share.
Bunny rabbit.
And I like watching people that are creative on there as well. Like people that do impressions or the makeup people on there are amazing. I think TikTok's the best thing for showing like your creative side, like physically creative, like your makeup artists and hair people like will do amazing on TikTok.
That's what
a lot of them have got
Instagram
viral,
used to be for, isn't it? Instagram.
Yeah, it's kind of been taken over by TikTok now. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought that.
Yeah. I just post funny videos on TikTok. I'm like, this is a Danni Shepherd platform, not an acting platform.
So
here's my funny videos.
Letting your hair down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
but then sometimes I'm like, actually, I'm gonna act this one out because it looks funny.
See, my platform's mainly YouTube, but I have got a TikTok account which Roger Hayhurst suggested I open. I opened it and done nothing. And my daughter comes up to me and goes, "Oh, Daddy, I've got this many followers and I've got 1 million views. And what have you got?" I was like, "Shut up!
Stop, leave me alone."
No, Dad, I'm not going to leave you alone. She doesn't smoke.
I was just going to say, I want your kid.
That's what happens when I'm trying to promote rebellion in someone. Like, things are going to change round here, Dad. You know.
I love it.
I took the kids actually to Liverpool yesterday and it was a really good time. I spent
nice.
too much money.
Oh dear.
I know. But...
Naughty.
But I'm really pleased that, because the one thing about the mental health thing is that, as you say, everyone suffers from mental health. But there's the degrees in which it affects you more.
I think people all deal with mental health in a different way, and some people can deal with it better than others. And sometimes you're going to have days where you think today is just a really, really, really bad day. Tomorrow's going to be better, but you don't. When you're in that low state of mind, you don't think tomorrow's going to be better.
Yeah.
And a lot of people kind of get like in a bit of a. They get like in a bit of a ditch with it, like they can't get out of it. Yeah.
Causality loop.
Yeah, it's like you can't break the cycle of it. So, and I think for a while I was very much like that. There were times when I couldn't even like get out of bed. I thought I don't even want to go on my phone, and people were ringing me, or I'd have someone ringing me, and I'm like, as much as I love you, I don't want to talk. Do you know, like you just feel so like it drains your energy. You don't feel like you've got anything to give anymore, and it can be really hard to get out of that. So anybody that has depression and carries on every day is the strongest people. Like they are the strongest people. They're battling something that they have to live with for the rest of their lives potentially, and that to me is a hero. You could put like as a heroic. How do you say it? Heroic. What am I saying?
Heroic.
King John Hill. I'm so roaring.
I'm sorry. I can't come
Don't launch that missile, King John. We love you.
Stop! He's definitely not watching this on YouTube.
You never know. He's got access to the outside world.
He probably does, yeah. Sits there on YouTube like, in his spare time.
Just insulting his dad, like. Look it away. But I don't know about you, but mental health for me comes in waves.
Yeah.
So most of the time, like, ta-da! And then suddenly a wave will crash in. It's only small. And it will get bigger, and then suddenly I'm on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? Like, for me, I don't know, like, half the time when I feel like that, when a massive wave hits me and I just feel like I'm drowning, like, in my head, because I'm just so down.
Yeah. I'm
still like this.
Ah, that's the mask, though, isn't it?
But it's just because I just don't want to burden people, and people will turn around and go, "Oh, you know, you should always speak to me." But no matter how many times people say that, I'm just going to deal with it on my own.
Yeah, look,
because I'm so independent, like with everything, acting, modelling, everything, like driving everywhere. I'm a naturally independent person. So when it comes to mental health, I don't go to someone and say I'm feeling really down. And if I do, I am in a very, very low place if I do that. And it is usually someone that I know could pull me out of that, like my mum. He's very good at that.
Well, like, she could probably recognise the signs, the trigger moments that you have. Yeah,
exactly. Like, she's doing so well now. And, like, she's just, like, an inspiration to me, really, because my mum's been through a lot of stuff in her life, and she's just pulled herself out of it again. She's got 6 amazing children, you know, and she's just about 10 million grandkids. Not from us. She's got grandkitties from us. Grandkitties. So we've got cats. But
love a good cat.
I prefer dogs, but we don't have time for one, do we? So he'll never get walked. So I'm like, yeah, we can't get a dog. But no, she pulls herself out of a lot of dark things, my mum, and she's kind of like been my inspiration for a long time.
Is she stoic in her approach? You know.
She's just like me. She's just so positive, and I think I get a lot of this from my mum because she's just such a. She goes out with her friends. She socialises. She's always doing something. Like the woman's disabled, and she came to New York, and she were just speeding off on a little like mobility scooter, and she were loving every second. She just made the most of it, even though she's battling with this illness, and she's just such an inspiration. I'm like, I hope I'm like that at her age. Well, not with the illness, but like I hope I'm like that.
I was gonna say actually,
I'll probably end up getting it. I think it's hereditary. I'm like, oh well, I'm screwed then.
That's optimistic.
Oh yes. But
speaking of holidays, you like to get away, you used to, don't you?
I do. I want to travel the world and be an actor and a model, and I want to do everything. I just want to be everything. No, I'm joking.
But that's the elephant in the room here, because you just got back from holiday, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
Go on. Show off. Go on.
We're going to Amsterdam next month.
Interview's over. Goodbye. You can't do this to me.
We're planning Canada next year.
Oh!
Toronto for 2 weeks. Ontario. That's where all the film stuff is. They film The Boys in Ontario, so I'm hoping to film it for 5th season.
I don't care.
Might be 6 by then.
Oh.
You're so funny.
I'm so happy for you.
So this means we've got to book an extra ticket for Stephen.
Hope you enjoyed yourself, you bastard. How was Portugal anyway?
Don't tell you now.
It's alright.
It's
alright, I'm over it.
He's definitely not over it. In Portugal. This interview's just me laughing at him.
Laughing at me?
I mean,
because you went on holiday without me?
Portugal was great.
Okay. Anyway, we're gonna. Well, okay. Well.
This interview's taking a turn. I've got a stitch.
So, right, do that thing that people do makes no sense. We'll go.
Yeah, but I'll still laugh.
Right. Take 4.
Right, I'm alright.
So, how was your trip?
It was great, thanks.
Great.
Yeah. Change the subject before you start shopping again. Yeah. It rained. It rained. Wow.
Probably rained worse here. It's always cloudy in Runcorn.
Same in Bradford.
So back to it. You do like to travel, don't you?
Yeah, I do like to travel and get away a lot. Yeah. It just it gives me time to have a break, because when I'm at home, I do like 4 days of 12-hour shifts, and I've got 4 days of acting, modelling, socialising. I don't have a day off. So to me, my break is a holiday. So So I try to take them quite regular. So it's like I don't have a night off anything. People are like, you should have a night off. I'm like, I don't want to.
It depends what they mean by night off, because night off, I don't know about you, I can't switch off.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you sat there, you go,
oh, is that script there? I'm going to read it. No, I'm not allowed to. I'm having the night off.
what
I'm going off my script.
No, Ariel. But the thing is, like, because you like to be busy, you like to, and it is tied into what you said before about mental health and how you cope.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Is acting tied into mental health as well? Do you need that to get through, or is there other offsets?
I don't know really. I think I think with me, I'm trying to concentrate. Like, I've got really bad concentration levels. Like my level of concentration is.
What did you say?
I actually think I'm ADHD, but I ain't waiting on a 5-year list to get tested. 5 years you've got to wait. Anyway, yeah, like I like to keep busy because it keeps my brain working. Like, and I'm like, it stops me feeling low, and as well, like I just like to be doing loads of work. People say to me at work, they're like, so let me get this straight. You have 4 days of 12-hour shifts, and you go and do like a full day filming. You do half a day's work of like shooting, like a photo shoot. I'm like, yeah.
Do you ever see him?
He comes with me half the time. People love Jack more than me, and I'm like,
I like you both as a pair. You're both equally as...
People go, oh, how's Jack? Not, how are you, Danny? How's Jack doing? I'm great, thanks.
Well, next time I text you, I will say that.
Is Jack coming tonight?
How's Jack? Did he enjoy the trip? Oh, by the way, how are you?
By the way, did Jack enjoy the trip? Not me.
I was going to play a joke. I was going to walk in and go, hi, this is Jack and this is Jill.
Jack and Jill. I love that.
What? But honestly, I do think, because with me, acting's always been, because I was bullied too, so acting was always an escape.
Yeah, it is.
And it became that, because I went to theatre school, I think it was like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And then whenever I was bullied in school, every week I'd go to theatre.
Yeah.
And get that off my chest.
Yeah, it does help. Just becoming a different person when you're feeling in a really low state of mind. You're playing someone else now. You're not yourself. You're that person. Everything about you is that person. And these people you're acting against are people like your people in your life. They're in your life. They play a role in your life. Yeah, it can get dark, but the escape is just something that I think you need, especially if you're battling with depression and stuff. It is nice to just have that escape.
Well, you have the plan to do it.
Yeah.
The execution of doing it. So it all preoccupies your mind. Then the satisfaction of knowing you've done it.
Exactly.
And you've done a good job.
Yeah, exactly. It's just going to be so nice, like, just working on these films and just meeting new people. I'm a massive, like, extrovert. So any new person, I'm like, hi, blah, blah, blah. I will go up to people and talk to them. And I did it in Barcelona. There were an American woman. Just because I mentioned I went on holiday again. So I did it.
So tell me again where you've gone again.
Los Angeles, Barbados, New York.
Take your passport off you. Try and get on the plane without a passport.
It needs to be renewing anyway.
My plan. So, go on. You're in Barcelona, were you?
Yeah, we were on this boat trip, weren't we? And there was this, like, he left for, like, seconds. He went to the bar for seconds, and I was, like, best friends with this woman next to me. I was like, oh, you're from California? I've been to California, blah, blah, blah. Oh, where did you stay? I was staying in Beverly Hills. Where do you live? Like, we were just talking for ages. Jack was like...
Was there a reason why you went to California? Apart from a holiday? I mean, were you going to see
I went and
Hollywood
stayed with my friend, Orestes. I just wanted to... Los Angeles is where I need to be. Like, it's the best place I've ever been, ever.
You get that amazing. Vibe, the energy of it all.
I feel like the people, like, literally, I was on my own at one point because I was waiting for my friend to get off her excursion, and obviously I didn't book to go on it, so I went to a cafe and I drove over there, so I was like shitting myself the whole time. I was like, oh, there's 6 lanes, which one am I meant to be in? Or I'll stay in this one. Because they drive on the other side of the road, they have, like, because their highways are massive, there's like a toll lane as well, so you have to pay to drive in that one. I was like, nope. And I was in like the...
It was a shame you did that today.
Yeah, I had to go through that anyway, so...
Don't look at me.
But you have to, like, drive in the, like, their right lane is their, like, slow lane. So I just stayed in there and I'm like, I can't overtake this car because they're going phew, 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 phew past you. They just do not care. So it was quite scary, but I did it. And it was an automatic car, and I've never driven one before in my life. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to die. Jack, I'm not coming home, babe.
Is it the same? Because we were in Florida, and it's a scary time. Where if you miss your turning, that's it, miles.
Yeah.
You have to go.
Yeah, because it's a lot bigger. It's not like England's a tiny island. Yeah. America is massive. So everything's like bigger and longer. And
you have to take a slight left to a slight left to a slipway.
Yeah.
And it's a weird setup, isn't it?
Yeah, it is strange, but yeah, California is just amazing, everything about it. But yeah, I went to this cafe, and it was like a family-run cafe, and the mum and the daughter were just so nice. They gave me free cake and a free coffee, and they were just talking to me. They were like, I love your accent. And I'm like, I love your accent. Talking in a really broad Yorkshire accent. Everywhere I went, I got that. I went to a coffee shop in the morning. My friend was working, so I went to Starbucks, but like, when I got there, they were like, oh my God, your voice. They're like, really? Oh my God. And I was like...
Where do you think you're from? Did you think you're from the UK?
They thought I was from London. I was like,
really?
No, I'm from Yorkshire. And they was like, oh, I like your accent better. I was like, thanks.
Out of all the gradients I've managed to mark out of all the accents, yours is ranked top.
I didn't think that was... I think they're just really polite. They just really try to be
like
nice.
That, and it's the phoniness of it. Yeah.
Whereas when you got to New York, they literally, if you were dead on the street, they'd just step on you. Yeah, They
called my ex-wife ugly.
I didn't like I love New York, I just didn't like the people there.
Yeah, they're very brash, aren't they?
That's awful. Why did they call
they did it for a joke.
Oh, right, okay.
They did it, went past me.
I don't know New Yorkers watch this now.
We were in Bloomingdale's or something in New York, and he went past pretending to be on the phone going, yeah, all British women are fucking ugly. Or something like that.
Well,
I'm like,
sir.
What?
All British women?
Yeah, and I was only 19 at the time.
That's a bit mean, isn't it?
And I didn't want to size myself, because I was like here, and he was up here, this big muscly bloke.
I think not all of them are mean. Like, I think we did meet quite a lot of nice people, but there were people all over America that were there. It's very very much like London. It's very everywhere all over the world. People just go because it's such a massively touristy.
It's metropolitan. And
New York is stunning. I'd love to go back with Jack. Back with Jack.
I'd love to as well. It's been years since I went, and the New World Trade Center wasn't up then when I went.
Oh yeah, it's there now.
It was all a hole in the floor when I went.
I actually think it's bigger than Empire State. It looks
it is, yeah.
Maybe it's because I was nearer to it. I was like,
Well, it has got a big stick on it.
Yeah, maybe that's what makes it. Empire State was interesting. It was a cloudy day. We were looking at the board.
You went that way.
There's loads of famous people that went to like Empire State, and they're all on the board. And David Beckham was there, and he came on a cloudy day, and he's like this. And I couldn't stop laughing. I thought that's going to be us. Got to top, could not see a thing.
Oh, that's
could not. No, it's not a shame. It's a good thing, because I'm terrified of heights.
Why did you go up a big tall building then?
Because everyone were going to leave me. I couldn't stay down there on my own. I thought I'm going to have to go up higher. So I'm trying to get over my fear of heights.
Did you
trying. Well, no, because I couldn't see.
You were like, on a cloud.
We went on a cloudy day.
Did you go on a Statue of Liberty?
We didn't go up it, but we went to the island, Liberty Island, yeah.
Did not go up?
No, I don't think you can now.
What?
I think they were doing work on it or something. Yeah, I think they were doing work. I couldn't see anyone up there.
Well, they closed it after 9/11 when we went, but you could still go up to the base.
I didn't see anyone. I weren't paying attention.
I looked up at the woman's dress.
She's actually not... You would. She's not actually like
Lady
that
Liberty.
big, you know. People
she
think...
is, you know.
Inappropriate. She's actually a lot smaller than I thought.
Oh, don't bring her down.
She's, like, in films, like, The Day After Tomorrow, she's massive. I'm like, dude, she's not that big.
Yeah, you know what filmmaking's like. I think it's bigger when you film it.
Yeah, that's
Plus,
true.
it's computer generated, so it's probably all rendered wrong.
There's King Kong on top of Empire State Building. King Kong's everywhere in the Empire State Building. There's, like, videos of him.
Oh, yeah. Because
it's really weird.
He scaled that, didn't he?
Yeah, and there was a thing, like, he actually could come out of this thing and, like, pretend to eat you or something. I don't know. Maybe I just imagine that.
Experience? Like a 3D, you put glasses on and...
Yeah, so it was very interesting. It was mainly just like how long it took them to build it and everything, and then there were just King Kong everywhere. I was like, oh, this is reassuring. Big gorilla.
As long as it's not Godzilla.
Yeah, well, I thought Godzilla might be in like shown somewhere in the museum a bit, but no, I did see him. I weren't paying attention, to be fair. I was too busy trying not to have a panic attack about how high up I was.
What did you think of the lifts in there?
I didn't feel I was going up. It was great.
Yeah. Woo!
It was awful going up the Eiffel Tower. because you could hear it. It was like, I'm gonna. This lift's gonna break.
I should have got a map and put a pin in it.
Paris was great, but it was so windy. At the top of like, Paris was like, I could see it moving. I went.
You do know it's a glorified
not
matchstick building thing.
It was terrifying. It was a
really
scary experience for me. I thought that was scarier than Empire State, but I felt safer in Empire State because it was like...
Yeah, but it's a building.
Closed.
It's made of brick.
Yeah, but like, obviously, when you get to the top of Eiffel Tower, you're like,
Eiffel Tower?
It's windy up here.
It's just a load of little tiny things. Oh, look at how great we are. Oh, it's still here 100 years later. It shouldn't be there. You should have took it down years ago.
No, it's beautiful. It's
a beautiful
landmark.
It's beautiful, but it shouldn't be there. It's only an exhibit.
It's only an exhibit.
So no wonder it's wobbly.
Yeah, it was very wobbly.
Blackpool Tower's better.
No, it isn't, because it's a glass bottom and I can see myself leaving the floor and I'm like...
It's only one little section.
It was terrifying.
Oh, man, yeah.
I think Blackpool Tower's the scariest tower I've ever been in.
Really?
Yeah, I won't ever go up that ever again. It's glass bottom, I don't like it.
Ever been to Brighton?
No.
They've got a big stick now, once you go up.
A big stick. It's very, very descriptive.
It's like a tower and it's got a glass bottom.
Yeah, no, that's something I wouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
It was hard enough going in a cable car in bloody Barcelona. That was terrifying. And it was windy, I was like... Jack, what's going on? Filming it.
Why did you go into a cable car of all things?
Like I say, I'm trying to get over my fear of heights and it's just getting worse.
Well, I'd imagine so, because you keep picking things that will not help.
I'm better.
That's like saying fall out of a plane. That'll help.
Don't do bad turbulence on the way to bloody Portugal, and I was like, oh no!
Turbulence is terrible, isn't it? I hate that. They always say, don't worry, you're all safe. Turbulence is very normal, but it doesn't feel normal, does it?
It's not normal. Why is it happening?
Earthquake in the sky. No, it's not.
It's worse when you fly through a bloody storm. When we set off back from New York, lightning struck the side of the plane and made a massive bang. And I didn't know at the time what it was. I went, oh, what was that? Was that a bit of wind? Like, loud bang. Got to the top and air hostess was like, oh, do you mean the, she was speaking to someone in front of us in the seats and she went, oh, do you mean the lightning that struck the right side of the plane? And I was like, that's what it was. I'm literally on the verge of a panic attack.
You should all have superpowers.
Yeah, I was
you should
like...
be the Flash.
We were alive anyway, we made it home, so...
You made it, oh, thank God.
Bad turbulence all the way home, though.
I'd never put you off flying again, though. Mm.
It actually didn't, because, I don't know why it didn't. I am terrified of heights, but open heights...
Well, it's different in a plane, because you don't really see
I don't even look outside. He sits next to the window, I'm like, I'm not sitting next to the window, you sit next to the window.
I like sitting next to the window.
No, I don't.
I just don't like it when you're taking off and they do that banking thing, where they turn.
Do you not like the turn?
I don't like, you know, you go, woo. you can see the wing going up. I'm like, oh God. You feel
it's the end of the world for us.
You feel how vulnerable you are in that moment.
Well, you're not in control, so I think that's what scared me the most when I started getting on planes and stuff at a young age. I was like, what if it crashes? Mum's like, there's more chance of a car crash. I'm like, you're still not helping.
There's still a chance.
Yeah, shut up. But actually, as I've got older, I've gotten used to flying. I had to do a 1,000. I had to do a 13-hour flight to Dallas, so if you can do 13 hours, I think you're fine.
So imagine your map.
Can I just say I didn't leave the airport, so it don't count. It's no man's land.
It's got a hole in the map now. Ruined it.
Sorry.
As an actress, up and coming, I say up and coming, you are coming, you are there. What's your, advice to people, maybe in my position, but other actors and actresses who want to do what you've done and be successful?
Just get yourself out there, get connections, work with loads of people. The more people you know, the better, because a lot of the industry is not what you know, it's who you know. And meeting friends and building rapport with people is just really important. Yeah. Because if you've got a successful support network in the industry as well as out of the industry, like people that you've worked with, people like filmmakers, directors, other actors, if you have a friendship with them as well, it helps your mental health. I find that I've got most of my friends that I have that I class as close friends are actors and like filmmakers or directors. I just love having a friendship with them. Yeah, we talk about stuff like that and we talk about mental health. We talk about things that help us as like performers or creative people. We like talk about that. And yeah, you've just got to get out there and keep going. Ignore the negative comments. God, I got so many for Flower Boy. It was unreal. But
For Flower Boy?
yeah, I got called ugly and everything. I was like,
oh,
well, I'm not meant to be Victoria Beckham. Do you know what I mean? Like,
look at me.
I'm not Jennifer Lawrence in this film. But yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of not a compliment, but like for the character, she wasn't a pretty character, so I made her look like that. So, but I didn't. You've got to find the positive in the negative, really.
I mean, people like to be negative for negative's sake, don't they?
Yeah, you just. I just think I don't even read reviews. I think the best thing to do if you ever get filmed, just don't read reviews.
I don't. I mean, on YouTube, I don't read the comments.
Do you not?
No.
Oh, they'll probably have a lot to say about this one. She doesn't stop laughing. She's annoying. I know.
No. Honestly, it's endearing. It's nice to have someone who's having a good time, who's laughing, because laughter's infectious.
I'd be great on Graham Norton's show, wouldn't I?
One of these days, you will be on that show.
That'd be great. He'd be like, right, we're wrapping this up now. She doesn't shut up. She doesn't stop laughing.
I'll be like, I worked with her once. Shut the fuck up. No, you didn't.
Were you meant to be old then?
Yeah, I don't know why I did that.
How old do you think I'm going to be?
That's what I do when I'm old. My naughty hand's got its life of its own.
What is going on right now?
I think I'm imagining a walking stick.
I don't know what's going on there.
See, I'm such a versatile actor.
He is. You're doing well.
Well, I'm born for that role as an old man with a wobbly hand. I've got to say thank you so much for coming up and spending what precious time you've got kissing Jack with me.
Kissing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just you two, not me. Go on. It looks really uncomfortable.
I know.
It's like, what are you doing?
Why do we always do this when we meet new people? Or when I meet someone new?
I'm sorry, but Velton Flom like nearly snogged you in front of me. I was like, yeah, Velton Lishka.
He did.
Lishka, yeah.
And
Stealing my boyfriend. I mean, my fiance, sorry.
why are you pimping him out to other blokes?
I'm not doing it. He just, himself is just, you must be very attractive to other men.
Thanks.
All the gay men love Jack. It's great.
The thing is, I mean, obviously we could kiss now, and I have had some great. I've had some great feedback. 7 out of 10.
I haven't.
What is this conversation?
You bloody started it. But thank you both for spending time with me today in this great place. And I need to mention this: we're in the Norton Arms in Runcorn.
It's beautiful.
Do you like it?
It's very cozy. It's a cozy environment.
Bent over backwards.
Yeah.
Not for anything naughty. To host me today and to make sure everything's all done and comfortable. And you're going to meet the landlady in just a sec.
Yeah.
When we finish this. She's not there.
No, I'm looking at the door. I'm here. It's my cue.
So thank you, Norton Arms. And if you're into camera ales, do you know what camera ales are?
No.
The Real Ale Society.
Oh, right.
They make real ales like this.
Oh, nice.
And I'm a member of them, so I'm promoting them more now because I like to save pubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go out and save them.
You save them?
Yeah.
Pub saver.
I've got a cape.
Okay. Where is it?
I left it at home. It shrank in the wash.
That's not good enough.
It shrank in the wash. But thank you so much to Claire and everyone at Norton Arms for hosting.
Thanks, Claire.
Everyone. She's downstairs.
I'm waiting for this to
She's probably outside the door now,
Let's struck in the door. Let me in.
Mistress.
I know she don't watch this now.
she bloody well will watch it. Well, thank you so much for hosting us, and hopefully we'll have another interview here again. So, shall we do a part 2? Because I always say this to people whenever I've done one interview with them. Do you want to come back in a year's time and see where you are, what the progress is?
Yeah.
And I'll come to you next time.
Okay.
Take me to your stomping grounds.
Oh, great. There's nowhere nice in Bradford.
Are you sure? There must be somewhere.
Absolutely nowhere.
You can't polish it. You must polish a turd.
No, you can't polish this turd.
Oh, really?
This turd is a turd.
Oh, dear.
The turds of turdist. What? No, the turdiest of turds.
The turdist of turds.
We made like a little...
Gritty short film coming to you. Anywho, I am a professional interviewer, so if you want some more...
Yeah, clearly.
If you'd like to be interviewed by me about stuff, let me know. Email below.
If you want a 6-pack, he's the guy.
6-pack of what?
Because he was making me laugh a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have to give her a workout, apparently.
Yeah, you did. No gym for me today.
And safe journey home.
Thank you.
You've paid the exit fee, haven't you?
Yeah, twice.
No, one way. So, hang on.
I put the wrong wrench in.
It's an idiot.
The first time.
Hang on a minute. So you've paid, it's £2 each way, isn't it? Yeah. Across the beautiful bridge we call Mersey Gateway. So it's £2 there, £2 back. But you paid this a third time, so you paid £6.
No, I paid £8 because the first time when I did there and back, I put the wrong reg plate in.
I know you said that before, but I didn't know you did that.
I got like one letter on.
No!
So I paid.
You could have bloody waited.
I paid for somebody else.
Because you only needed to pay that one way. And £8 for a bridge that looks like a few sticks in the sea. Well done to you both.
Thanks.
Anyway, thank you so much for your interview. I'm sorry, very cold. And thanks, Jack.
Thanks, Jack.
I don't know why I'm waving.
Tune in next time. See you later.
See ya.